President, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, ably represented by the National Chairman of our party, the National Chairman of our party himself is here present, Alhaji Adamu Muazu. My governors, brothers, colleagues, I have more than enough governors in-house to at least intimidate my, you know them. I have in the house the governor of PDP Governors Forum, Governor Godswill Akpabio from Akwa Ibom. I have here my own brother, Governor Shetima from Katsina State. My own brother, Governor Mimiko, Ondo State, in the house. Governor Oduaga from Delta. Governor Dan Kingeri from Kebbi. Governor Yero from Kaduna is here. Ochendu. Of Abia, Governor Abia is here. Governor Imoke of Cross Rivers is here. My brother, Governor Bauchi Isa Yuguda is in house. Governor Sule Lamido from Jigawa. My brother, immediate past governor of Anambra State, Governor Peter Obi, is here. I think I am blessed, and God is evident that God is with me. All former governors here present, former deputy governors, I cannot forget you, my beloved wife, the hand of God behind the throne, the pillar behind the throne, a woman that prays for Ekiti every day. She is indeed my mother at all times. For a man like me to survive, I need such a woman in my life. My wife, God bless you. My ministers, serving and former. Right Honorable Speaker, Ekiti State. I don't know if Mr. Speaker is around. Mr. Speaker, Right Honorable Omiri, you are most welcome. My Lord, the Chief Judge of Ekiti State. Party leaders, because of time, I won't be mentioning names. Members of the diplomatic corps, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Before I forget, my beloved mother is here too. Mama, you are welcome. I want you to observe a minute silence in honor of one of us that was killed about about 3 weeks to this swearing in unjustly. You know the story. And I want you to equally observe 1 minute of silence for the departed soul of all progressive Congress in Ekiti. Their soul has departed this state permanently. You have to just observe 1 second, 1 minute of silence. May the souls of our brother Omolafe Aderi rest in perfect peace. Before I go on, I want to invite to the podium the following people, because this is the high point of this event. Honorable Olowo Ajiboye, who is current serving House of Assembly member representing Oyo 2. If you are here, make your way here. They are PDP members. Honorable Adenoye Adenyinka Ikole 1. If you are here, make your way to the podium. Honorable Abeni Olayinka Ado 2. They are all joining Fayose and the PDP formerly here today. Honorable Fatumbi Olajide, Honorable Fatumbi Olajide Mobatu, Honorable Olugbemi Joseph Ikole 2, Honorable Adeojo Alex Ayodele Southwest 2. They are current serving members of APC, but they are formally switching over to PDP. And Honorable Oyedele Ajibola 50-50, the only PDP member in the House of Assembly. You should make your way. Please give them right of way. Please. No. Mo lè mo bá mo tún gbà padà. Mo lè mo bá mo tún gbà padà. Mo lè mo bá mo tún gbà padà. Ire gbogbo tọ́ta gbà lọ́wọ́ mi. More are still coming. Let us watch the turn of events as we start this new government. Let me invite my chairman, the national chairman of our great party. Please, you have to go and wait, please. Please. Of our great party to come and receive them 2 minutes. I will just go into my speech. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Well, Your Excellency, our brand new governor of Ekiti State, Governor Peter Ayodele Fayose, and his very beautiful and amiable wife, Mrs. Fayose, the Deputy Governor and his wife, Your Excellencies, the governors of the PDP that are on my entourage this afternoon, my Lord the Chief Judge of Ekiti State, members of the National Assembly, honorable ministers, distinguished members of our great party, the PDP, distinguished traditional rulers, stakeholders of our party, the leaders of Ekiti State, elders, distinguished invited guests, our women, our youth, distinguished members of the press corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My sincere thanks and glory be to the Almighty God. God, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. We have no words to express our thanks and gratitude to you. But God, all we have to say is thank you to you. We thank you for the life of the governor. Please, God, as you have shown and exhibited at all bends and corners, love, kindness, compassion to us, but particularly today for Governor Peter Ayodele Fayose, may you continue to keep him guided in his duty to the people of Ekiti State. The people of Ekiti State, you have spoken. We thank you. We thank you. May God bless you all. The job you have asked your son to do for you is a tough job. He needs your support. He needs your prayers. He needs your cooperation. He needs you to collaborate with him so that you'll be able to deliver a very good dividend of democracy. Ayo, God loves you, and the people of Ekiti love you. You must discharge your duty with the fear of God and with the love of these people. I pray that God will help you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great humility that I stand before you today to welcome my brothers and my sister to the great party of the People's Democratic Party. These are members of the State Assembly that have agreed and have seen the light to come into the great party, the PDP. I am sure a lot others in the following days, weeks and months will see their wisdom and follow suit. I therefore want to thank you for coming, for your decision. This party, I assure you, is yours. We'll take good care of you. From today, you are as good as me that joined the PDP from its formative age. I therefore guarantee you free and fair primaries, and for those of you that excel, God's willing, you'll get our ticket. God bless you.
Just before I call one of you, I want to quickly, because of time, go quickly through my speech, and shortly after my speech, you make your address. My good people of Ekiti State, the ceremony of swearing in the form that was just witnessed today is the second time of my oath taking as governor of Ekiti State. Like the lady said earlier on, history is being made. And it's history that will take a while to surpass. Because my kind of history is divine. By the grace of God, I'm the first son of Ekiti State to be governor here twice. And the first Nigerian politician to defeat two incumbents at two different attempts. And by the grace of God, defeated all former governors of this state that have served at one time or the other together, all in the name of the PDP. You will recall that I took oath for the first time May 29, 2003, as the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party after defeating the then incumbent governor of the state and his party, the Alliance for Democracy. That mandate was truncated 3.5 years later through my unjust and forceful removal from office October, listen to this, October 16th, 2006. Today is another October 16th, 2014. You cannot assume this is ordinary. My emergence is divine. That is why the more they fight me, the more they make me popular all over the world. I represent you. You are the Fayose that I represent. Am I correct? I am living for you. I am here to serve you. That is my assignment. When they write in the papers, they want me to look like a governor of their imagination. I am governor of your own imagination. The governor that eats barley with you. The governor that drinks agbojedi with you. The governor that celebrates teachers with you. You have successfully supported me to sack them in this state and send them back, the Ajeles back to their masters in Lagos. Not in our history again will they come back here. Anniversary of that dark episode. If you watch very well, Ekiti has been battling with my removal. They could not find peace until God brought me back. And God said to me, men of God said to me when I get to stadium today, I should say from my heart that I have forgiven Ekiti for removing me unjustly. And I should declare peace, prosperity on Ekiti. And today I declare peace, prosperity, progress, employment, food, stomach infrastructure. I left PDP for another party. No way. Until I came back. I won under PDP that time. Today I am PDP governor. One thing I found out is that if you leave this party, you will be in the wilderness of life until you come back. So don't leave us, remain here. I want to especially thank my president, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, the vice president, chairman of my party and our party, board of trustee chairman, the National Executive Committee, PDP governors, and indeed the leadership of the entire membership of our party, for the confidence reposed in me and their flinching support. If they didn't give me that opportunity of that ticket, even if I'm more popular than this, I might not get there. I thank you, sir. May God be with you. I also want to express profound gratitude to you, my people, for keeping faith and for identifying with my destiny. One thing that continues to amaze me since 2006, God has kept my love in your heart. And what God did in my life is another miracle of God. God is God of a second chance. It is difficult for a man to get such an opportunity. It is difficult for a man in a fallen state, dry bones to rise again. I thank you. I appreciate you. I will dedicate myself to your service. I will banish hunger in your midst. I will work hard to put food on your table. Whether they call it stomach infrastructure, that is their business. Because I'm going to appoint a special advisor for stomach infrastructure. Don't forget, you can put tar on the road. If I don't have a car, I'm hungry, my children can't go to school, that tar is meaningless when you are hungry. Tarring our road is wonderful, but putting food inside the stomach is very, very, very important. Already, I am grooming your chicken for Christmas. And I'm getting your rice ready to do stomach infra. When I defeated them, they said it was as a result of stomach infrastructure. How can an incumbent be saying that? You have the money, you have the power, you have the might, you disconnect yourself from the people. Lie, they are gone. I said they are gone. The tragedy of the past. It is highly regrettable that we were made to swim against the tides in the last 8 years. The popular will of the majority of our people was supplanted with the selfish interest of a powerful few. They want the governor to worship and bring the resources to them. The resources belongs to you. When I come to Bible tomorrow, I will drop something. I will look after you. They are too clean in their own eyes to come to JD sector. And that is why you voted them out. My government then was seized in the jugular by the power-mongering demagogues who fostered on us an emergency rule at first. They thereafter manipulated allo democratic institutions and produced pretenders, interlopers, and superintendents over us. The ship of state drifted with neither a compass nor a navigator. Our state witnessed many tragedies, including destruction of human lives and properties. There were waste and unproductive expenditure of huge sums of money, considerable slowing down of progress, and incalculable sufferings and deprivations. You know them. They are always the first in the media to paint a picture that is different from the truth. There was mayor, and at this juncture, I want to appeal to the press to give us a chance. Ekiti people cannot be wrong. If you doubt the first defeat in 2003, I don't think you should doubt this one. The same margin that I gave to Adebayo, same margin that I gave to Fayemi. The only difference is that Fayemi was defeated in the 16 local government areas. It was 16-0. 16. I want you to prepare to defend this government. And I'm appealing to the press, give us a chance. Give us a chance. You have a role to play in the development of Nigeria. The press should please don't allow the truth to be perverted. It is true you have the last say, but say the last in the fear of God. For everyone shall come before God on the judgment day. These people don't have access to the press. They don't want you to destroy their only leader. They don't want you to destroy Fayose, their leader. They want you to write the truth. Say it as it is. They could, however, fool all of the people some of the time, but they could not sustain their foolery for long. Ekiti people have seen beyond their veil of fraud and deception and rejected them last June 21. It is our fervent and declare aim to erase the physical and psychological effect of these tragedies as quickly as human ingenuity can contrive, to repair the damage and lost grounds, to promote concord and unity in the place of bitterness, enmity, and pretense. We leave the rest to history and posterity. The position of our finances, and I want you to listen to this. I want you, my people, to listen to this. If you have this program in your hand, I want you to go to page 11. Page 19. This is the first findings. You can see the red. They have committed the state to the tune of 84 billion. And we are committed up until the year 2020. The records are there. The new discoveries will make it public very soon. They left without paying wages since the former governor lost election. He appointed 8 permanent secretaries when you don't have vacancies. To my amazement, he employed over 3,000 people. To my amazement, an outgoing government creating 19 extra local governments. It is unfortunate. It is sad. And I want to appeal to you to please give me all the necessary cooperation, understanding, because the next few months might be slightly rough. They have every month a deficit of 552 million. I don't know how people or government can be this reckless. My good people of Ekiti, I left over 10.4 billion in liquid cash and shorties. Nobody has controverted that. In the state, in October 2006, alongside all the monumental achievements of my government. This huge sum was depleted by the quasi-military emergency government that was fostered on our people by power-hungry cabal, which masterminded and supervised my ouster. All the events that forced them, all the government that forced themselves on the good people of Ekiti since I left office in 2006, including the outgoing cloned Democrats. They claim to be one, they are cloned Democrats, served every interest other than that of the ordinary man. My heart bleeds today as I report to you that our state has been plunged into heavy debts. Debts of over 49 billion naira by our own brothers and sisters who claim to be our leaders. They took a bond. Initially, when this document was produced, initial bond of 21 billion and took another 10 billion. Other bank loans, 15.5 billion. Outstanding salaries, instead of 2 months, is now 3 months, running to about 5 billion. Since and after the election, they have refused to pay salaries. Monthly deductions of over 4 months, about 2.4 billion. And when they deny this, I will publish it in the papers with the name of such banks and everything that went through it. I know they are good at propaganda, but the whole world will know that these people don't love their own people. Unpaid subvention to parastatals and tertiary institutions, 2014 leave bonus, unpaid pensions and gratuity, unremitted withholding taxes and all, everything amounting to 57.45 at the time of compiling these documents. The proportion of monthly agreeable income to Ekiti is about 3.3 billion. This is far, far low apart from our commitment to move this state forward ordinarily. Today, our state has been committed financially up and until year 2020, even beyond my own administration. The proportionate benefits of this huge debt profile to our people remains to be seen or felt by the ordinary man and woman in our state. Some of this money owed, some of them are under ISPOs, irrevocable standing orders. The intention here, however, is not to join issues with anybody, even the immediate past administration, which was responsible for this debt burden. However, I consider it expedient that this parlous position of our finances be made known to members of the public who gave us the mandate to be here. The situation is a challenge that requires our collective effort and creative devices to resolve. My consolation and hope is in our instituted human resource, capacity and creativity to pull our state out of the palpable quagmire. I therefore appeal to our people to show understanding at this period and be wary of their destructive tendencies, unfounded rumors, and outright propaganda of falsehood. As a new government finds appropriate solutions to this immediate challenge. Intergovernmental relations. I'm very pleased today that Ekiti has returned to the mainstream of Nigerian politics, as I formally welcome Governor Mimiko to the PDP today as well in Ekiti. Welcome, Your Excellency. My party believes in a strong, united, indivisible country, which shall ensure strategic partnership with the federal government and its agencies, which shall make our contributions in human and natural resources to the Nigerian Commonwealth, and also ensure that we secure our deals. We shall also collaborate with foreign missions and development partners in our developmental strides. Regional integration. It is a fact that Ekiti, for now, this document was done before the declaration of Governor Mimiko. It's no longer Ekiti and Ondo, are PDP control states in the southwest Nigeria. More of them will soon come under the umbrella, by the grace of God. We shall carefully study the objectives of the existing regional political and economic groups in the southwest and make our inputs and decisions as appropriate. Local government creation. My administration recognizes the importance of local government councils as the third tier of government and growth poles for grassroots development. We also appreciate the legitimate yearnings of our people for the rapid socio-economic transformation. Our development strides must, however, be pursued within ambit of the law and the age-long altruism of the maximum good for the maximum number. Section 7 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, clearly spells out the authorities and procedures in the creation of local government. The sudden and shoddy organization of the existing 16 local government areas by the immediate past administration under the guise of creating local government council development areas, LCDAs, is being challenged in the law court, in the court of law. Our party considers the only creation of 19 LCDAs after the incumbent lost June 21 election as gratuitous afterthought of a bad loser. It marks of political subterfuge masterminded in utmost bad faith. But at the moment, the matter is sub judice. As the law-abiding citizen, our government will not do anything that will render the decision of the court nugatory. However, pending the pronouncement of the court, unless I forget, they went to House of Assembly in the wee hours, dying hours of the administration. They forgot to pass law on boundary adjustment. And they are claiming they have created local government areas. The new administration shall be guided by the provisions of Section 3 and Part 1, First Schedule of 1999 Constitution, on the list of local Nigeria, in the allocation of resources to the tier of government. We shall ensure real democratization of the local government level and put in place effective administration for rapid grassroots development. In other words, we will respect what the Constitution that I just took oath over says, that the 16 local governments remains until the court says otherwise. Essentially, this government is a government of restoration. We shall continue with the people-oriented programs which we started in 2003. Our destiny is in inextricable with that of Ekiti people. Our vision is to replace poverty and want with plenty and prosperity. This will intend to achieve through the following 5 cardinal programs, which were evolved after due consultation with the people in their various communities then and now. Empowerment. The government sees an egalitarian society for all Ekitis at home and in diaspora. It shall rekindle hope and restore the self-confidence that we were known for. Every Ekiti person shall be assisted to pursue and realize his or her aspiration in the area of core ability or competence and encourage to develop to the fullest without any form of ambition or limitation. Government shall create an enabling environment and provide basic facilities for youth in the various professions, businesses and vocations, skill acquisition and other forms of human enterprise. I shall promote equal opportunity for women and support physically challenged to demonstrate that there is ability in disability. Development of agriculture. Government shall encourage increased agricultural production towards ensuring food security for local consumption and also for export. It shall enhance the production of cash crops, particularly cocoa and palm oil. It shall lay emphasis on agro-based projects as a catalyst to employment generation throughout the encouragement of small and medium enterprise such as cassava processing, rice milling, poultry feed mill, fruit and juice factory, etc. Government shall provide equipment, storage facilities, and soft loans. Infrastructural development. This government shall endure the provision of good and durable intra- and inter-township roads. It shall encourage local government councils to construct access roads to communities and farmsteads. Let me say here that we will patronize local contractors in our governments. We will not bring contractors that can do the same job in Ekiti from Lagos or from Abuja. We will give support to the local contractor. From where? From where? From where? From where? You said it, oh. It shall collaborate with the federal government towards the realization of federal projects, including the federal secretariat, airport project, the extension of rail line, and also on road maintenance. We shall ensure the rehabilitation of the existing dams, in addition to the replacement of old and damaged water pipes, to ensure improved water supply to all communities. Provision of enabling empowerment and partnership with private investors for avoidable housing schemes shall be pursued vigorously. Education, science, and technology. The PDP government in Ekiti shall pursue the restoration of a past glory in education. You will recall when I was governor, in 2003, I met Ekiti in WAEC and NECO in positions of 35 and 36 in Nigeria. At my departure in 2006, Ekiti was rated 7 and 8, WAEC and NECO. This will happen again. What happened to us was the removal of we are known and addressed as fountain of knowledge. They came, they removed the fountain. They removed the knowledge. They gave it another name. I am going to restore that fountain of knowledge. And we are going to put water inside that fountain. Education will come back. I will put teachers on driver's seats. I will encourage teachers. I will support students. And I'm going to restore tutors generals back to teachers. I'm going to encourage them, because when you put teachers on driver's seat, you will get results. Like I said, teachers shall be accorded the right place as critical stakeholders through the provision of appropriate benefits and conducive working environment. We shall ensure adequate funding for all levels of education, including the University of Ado-Ekiti. And that university will be overhauled. We will look into it and address the issues and the problems facing our students and lecturers there. Health. This government shall provide free health care services for children aged 0 to 5 years, pregnant women, and the physically challenged. It shall offer affordable and efficient health care for all the citizens. We shall provide functional equipment and adequate personnel at all levels of care, in addition to rehabilitation of facilities. Adequate funding and staffing for university teaching hospital shall be ensured. Security. Our government shall ensure the takeoff of the military formation in Ekiti State. We shall collaborate with the police and other law enforcement agencies and support local vigilante groups for the security of lives and property. Public service. This government appreciates the critical role of public service as the engine room of government. We shall therefore take appropriate steps towards the restoration of the core values of professionalism, honesty, integrity, accountability, and probity. But let me carefully warn here, political civil servants, local government, politicians within the service will be shown the way out. A new government is here. Your loyalty, your allegiance, and all should be to the government of the day. If you play politics, we will send you home. We plead with you, it is Ekiti first, above all political considerations. Consequently, my government shall review all public service personnel issues, including appointment, promotion, and disciplines which were hurriedly effected after the governorship election. The head of service is hereby directed to return all officers to their substantive positions as at June 21. All permanent secretaries appointed after June 21 goes to no issue. Other issues along that area will be reviewed as appropriate. A review panel will be constituted immediately to advise government on the merits of each issue as may be appropriate. This directive extends to head of statutory commissions and boards. The civil service shall be repositioned to make it serve the interest of public and be redirected as a key player in the socio-economic transformation of our state through objective, through objectivity and youthful implementation of government development programs. Priority attention and resources shall be accorded the training of officers. And before I leave this area, I want to make this very clear to us. Nobody will winch hunt anybody, but you owe it a duty to discharge your duty in accordance with the regulations setting you up. Events of the last few weeks, I am sure the whole of Nigeria has been reading about Ekiti in the last few weeks. But before I go there, again it is sad. Yesterday afternoon, when I met with some of our civil servants, our findings show that we have over 157 accounts. None of them has up to 1 million naira in it. 157 state accounts. None of them has 1 million naira to at least do inauguration for a governor. That's unfortunate. Which means if there's a problem today, we need 2 million, we can't get it. It's unfortunate, but we will do our best. Events of the last few days. Let me start like this. The good people of Ekiti State, the last minute attempts by the opposition party to truncate the mandate which you freely entrusted to me on June 21 has clearly confirmed the true character and direction of interest of those political desperados. Their machination is to demonize me and portray me as a violent person. The role and indeed the open conduct of some judicial officers in the plot are already being investigated by the appropriate authorities. And as we await the outcome, my government will join hands with the appropriate authorities in ensuring that no stone is left unturned in the retracting of our hallowed democratic institutions from slide and bastardization. The judiciary should be truly repositioned as the actual temple of justice and last bastion of hope for all. That notwithstanding, as a leader, as a governor, I am the father of the state. And I'm going to behave in that manner. I am going to work with the judiciary. I'm going to work harmoniously with the judiciary. We have to put all this in our past. I look forward to working with you, my CJ, Chief Judge. I want to assure you that all we need to do to move this state forward, we will collaborate together and ensure that Ekiti comes first above all considerations. I'm ready to work and ensure that judiciary in Ekiti is the best in Nigeria. Our ability to come together after our differences, whether in the judiciary or in the House of Assembly or in the executive, three arms of government, our ability to come together and put the past in the past and accord each other the necessary respect will come first in my administration. I plead with you, members of Ekiti State House of Assembly, and in particular the Speaker, to take olive branch from me and work with my government. I want to thank you as you all put Ekiti first above all other considerations. Gratitude to all. I want to thank God Almighty. I want to thank my beloved wife. I want to appreciate you, my beloved wife. I want to thank you. And I will continue to thank you. I will listen to your advice. I will work with you. And I will equally surrender myself to your prayer life. I will work early enough to do those you want me to be doing. And I know with these prayers coming from people like you, God will answer our prayers. The first time I told you I will contest, you asked me a question. Are you sure you want to contest again? I said yes. He said you are not ready. If you want to contest, go and surrender it at the feet of God first. When you surrender it, I will intervene for you. I did just that. And today, or before today, she came to Ekiti. If you check the records very well, she came to Ekiti on the 20. Oh dear. Sometimes in 2012, she came to Ekiti and announced my return. Some people said, no, it's not going to happen. I remember she told me that I will be removed in 2006. And she again told Ekiti people, nothing will stop the return of my husband. Today, I am back. Today, I am back. And I thank God for such a woman like you. Mr. Speaker, members of the House of Assembly, my Lord, the CJ, Royal Highnesses, Kábíyèsí mo kí yín o. Adé ó pẹ́ lórí kí bàtà ó pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Kí ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ ó dábẹ́rẹ́. Kẹ́ ẹ jẹjà àwọn ará wájú lọ o. Ẹ ṣe ẹgbẹ́ àdúró tí o Kábíyèsí. The public service members of the organized private sector, market men and women, road transport unions, Okada riders, artisans, technicians, and all. Conclusion. I am done with this speech. Before I'm done with this speech, I'd like to reiterate the challenges before this government are enormous. We are, however, not rattled by them. We have the capacity and determination to summon them all. We have done it before, and we will do it again, and God will help us. Ekitiketo! Ekitiketo! That government house you are looking at, that government house you are looking at, when we finish here, I'm going to lead you there. You go there and sleep there tonight. You go there and sleep there tonight. Open all the rooms. Go to Kayaba. Anywhere you find yourself, sleep there. God bless you all, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you.